Hello. In this video I'm going to show you on Skillsfile how to create a learner. Now I'm going to log in as an assessor. This is my assessor front page, which will show me all of my links to my candidates, anything I need to assess, etc. But we'll go through that in another video. The purpose of this one, as I said, is to create a learner. And to do this, you go to Tools, Users, and in your center you'll have possibly just one folder. As this is a test site, there are a number of others. So for the purpose of this, our center is A. Now I wouldn't click Add User there because this is at the top of the tree, so to speak. So the only users I would add directly under the name of the center would be any administrators. So to create learners and assessors and verifiers, you click the purple bar. In here you'll see there's folders I've already created. How I created those is by clicking Create New Team, creating a team name. So for the purpose of this, I'll just create one we have just called Archive. Click OK, and you'll see there's a folder there called Archive. If I need to change the name of it, I've got Edit, which will then just let me go and change it. So for the purpose of this, we'll call it Archived. But the main purpose of this video, say, is to create a learner. Now you'll see there's folders here. Now if I add a learner here, they will just literally be under the learner folder. But many customers or users of Skillsfile actually prefer to create subfolders. So to do this, you click on Learners, and you'll see here there's already a Year 1 and Year 2. Now it might be within Year 1 you want to create subfolders. So again, you might be for trade areas. But if you just want them under Year 1, you can create them here. But if I click on Year 1, you'll see there's already subfolders there for Brick and P&D. If I want to create another one, you'll see I've now got Carpentry. So this is within Year 1, I've got Carpentry, Brick and P&D folder. And if I want to create a user here, now I click Add User. The user type, Candidate. Now, as I'm logged in as an assessor, it will only let me create people that use a system below what I am. So as I'm in as an assessor, it will let me create candidates. If I was logged in as a verifier, it would let me create assessors and candidates if that was authorized. But always you can create you can, if given permission to create the folder directly below you or the user directly below you. Again, that is down to whether your center gives you permissions to do so. So, candidate, continue, and here you can add a photo of the learner if you wish, but if you need to do that at a later time, you can always go back in and add that later. But for the purpose of this, let's create and their assessor. Now, as you'll see, there's a whole raft of assessors already created. That's because this is an existing test center. But if it was the first time you'd ever gone on there, no one had used the system, the person higher up, possibly your super user, would have created a folder for IQAs, verifiers, and assessors, and then the learners. By creating the IQA first and putting their details in, when you then go in to create your assessors, your drop-down box will already have your IQAs there. Likewise, if you've already created your assessors, when you put a learner in, you'll have a list of assessors to pick from. If you start with your learners, this will be an empty field. So it's always best, if you are given that permission, to create the tree downwards. So from the IQA to assessor to learner. So as you can see here, I've already got a list here. So I'm going to pick the one that I'm logged in as because it's my learner. Now the password is down to what your centre wants to create. For the purpose of this exercise, it's ABC123, and the learner will be asked to change that as soon as they go into the system. Just create a date of birth and a gender. Now for the postcode, you do need to put in the space, but for the phone numbers it must be a continuous number, no spaces. Likewise for the mobile number as well. So that's the learner's details. Their unique learner number. It's preferable this does go in here. As you know, if you don't have a unique learner number, there must be a signed statement from the learner as to why it's been withheld. Now the employment status, again, you can create employers which will create a drop-down list. So depending on what you select. So if I select employed, you'll notice then becomes accessible. And here's a list of previous ones that have already been created. It then has also opened up the option for manage an agent. So again, if these were already created, you can use the pre-populated fields, or you can create your own. You'll notice the box there, employer access granted, can't be ticked. That's because the learner has to agree to that when they very first log in. In the video where we log in as a learner, I'll go through that process. You can enter any reference that you have here and the day they started and click Save. When you click Save, you'll notice at the top it's created the learner's login, which is their surname, initial and a number. In this case it's Benson 002. So obviously there is someone already in here with that surname and that initial. Click OK, and if we go in, we will see there's Olivia Benson, which is created. So you can edit, or so you can edit if you feel there's any details that need correcting, and just go down to the bottom and save. But there's all the details that we have. So Olivia Benson has now been created in Skillsfile. Thank you.